Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my perfume world, let's say it like that. So today I'm going to talk about many fragrances, but before I start, let me introduce myself to you guys. If you're new here, my name is Martin and I do perfume reviews and I talk about all types of fragrances, whether it's niche, designer, or Middle Eastern fragrances, dupes. If this sounds like something you would like to see more of and hear more, then consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And to all my returning subscribers, I'm always happy to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. And today I'm going to talk about Middle Eastern fragrances that are perfect for spring because it's getting warmer outside and I love it. I'm here for that because here in Vienna, like the cold weather was more or less overwhelming because for the last few months it was just cold, winter, and I'm happy that it's getting warmer now. The sun is out and I'm here to recommend you guys a few great fragrances that are perfect for the spring weather. And let's get started with the first one. I thought I would like to start with Valencia by Swiss Arabian, and I already talked about this fragrance, and all the fragrances I'm going to talk about I've already mentioned in previous videos, so nothing really new here. And yeah, this is Valencia. I purchased this fragrance a few months ago, and this is such an amazing scent. Honestly, I remember the first time when I tried that, I wasn't really stunned by it, but by the time this really grew on me, and I think this is perfect for the spring because it is powdery, it is floral, you have a beautiful fruity apple note in the opening, and I just love the bottle, I love the color of it. I think this fits the spring theme perfectly. And as I already said, you start with a fruity apple note, and then it kind of gets more powdery towards the end. In the beginning, more on the fresher side and fruity side. You also have jasmine in here, and you do get the jasmine, so you do have to like jasmine fragrances. In my opinion, this is a safe blind buy if you like powdery fragrances, if you like apple especially. And if I would have to compare it to another fragrance, it would be probably Starry Nights by Montal. I don't know if this is supposed to be really a dupe, but they're very similar. I think this one is, of course, less complex. It's not as long lasting as Montal's Starry Night, but you still get 7 hours and it projects a lot in the first 2 to 3 hours. And this is a big compliment getter as well. It's also perfect for layering. So, as I already said, perfect for the spring weather. So, this is the first one. Then we have number two here, another apple fragrance. I mean, you can't really see the writing anymore. This is the Tuan Noir by Haramain, and I have this fragrance in my collection for half a year now, and even longer actually. And I really like this one a lot. This also grew on me, but I liked it in the beginning as well. I just didn't really gravitate it too much towards it. However, this is another apple scent, super fruity. The sprayer is not really good, but the scent, oh my god, like it's one of the most beautiful apple fragrances I've tried so far. This is supposed to be a dupe for Leighton by Parfums de Marly, and it's a very good dupe actually. You get 95% resemblance. Really, honestly, this is more or less the same. The only big difference is this is not as long lasting. I've heard from many reviewers actually that this is a beast mode fragrance. On me, this is not a beast mode fragrance, but I do get around 5 to 6 hours, which is more than enough. And you can overspray, and it's going to give you a great projection. It's going to leave a beautiful scent trail. You know, you're gonna have a great sillage, especially in the first 2 hours around. And this is an amazing apple scent with vanilla in here. You also have the jasmine in here, but this one is definitely fruitier than Valencia, and it's also perfect for layering. I love to layer this, for example, with Valencia by Swiss Arabian. I also love to layer this with sweeter fragrances with caramel, for example, and gourmand fragrances, and also with Baccarat Rouge 540. This is an amazing layering combo. So if you have this one, or maybe even the original, which is Leighton and Baccarat Rouge, then give this layering combo a try. You will love it. And I just think this fits spring perfectly because it's fruity, it is slightly powdery, it is a very happy scent, you know, it's very brightful and cheerful, and this is also going to give you a lot of compliments. This is really a compliment getter. So then we have number three, and I'm gonna show you an empty bottle because I couldn't stop wearing this fragrance. This is Abiyedh, the white one by Lattafa, and this is supposed to be a dupe for Herbal by Xerjoff. and it's an amazing dupe. Really, it's nearly the same. The lasting part, of course, it's not the same, but you're gonna get 7 hours, around 7 hours, I think. And I never had a problem with this. I've watched a lot of reviews. They're like mixed opinions. Some say this is a great dupe. This is long lasting. Other people say it's not. For me, it's long lasting enough. You can get this fragrance for under 20 euro, which is an amazing price, honestly. And yes, fruity as well. This is citrusy, and you have different types of fruits. It's a very like fruit mix cocktail. It's like a fruity salad or a fruit cocktail. You have a beautiful musky dry down, and you have the amber in here. You have that vanilla kind of note. So this is also gourmand leaning, but not like overly sweet. And there's something very refreshing. I really, really enjoy. And in general, the DNA, I love it all around the year. I mean, I wear Herba Pura in the summer, just like in the winter, and I think it's perfect for spring as well because it is an all-rounder. But if you're looking for a fruity fragrance that's inexpensive and musky, then you're gonna love this one. Like really, believe me, and it's also a safe buy and buy, especially if you're looking for a dupe for Herba Pura. And then let's try something different actually, because I've talked about fruity fragrances now, and I'm gonna talk about Ishq Shuyukh next, the gold edition Balat. I added this fragrance 2 months ago to my collection around, and I love it since then. This is one of my most used, most complimented fragrances. It's really, I would even say my top 10, like in general. I really love this fragrance a lot. And this is very unique because the scent is sweet, and it somehow reminds me of Arabian's tonka, like you know, the DNA, that creaminess, but with no oud. So if you're looking for something that has no oud in it, or if you like Arabian's tonka but you think that the leather and the oud is too much, you're gonna love this one because this one is on the sweeter side. It's definitely softer, and it's like a creamy dessert, like a souffle. It's like when you spray this on yourself, you're surrounded by sweet clouds, but not overly sweet, which I really, really love. And I think this is also the reason why I would say that this is perfect for spring, maybe even summer, but definitely spring for the colder days. You know, if you're like planning to go on a date night as well, or if it's like a cooler evening in the spring, I think that this DNA is going to work perfectly. You have the saffron in here, you have caramel in here as well. You also have the leather in here, and you do get all of that notes, but overall, it's very well blended. It's very hard actually to figure out what type of notes you have inside, which makes this fragrance great quality in my opinion. You know, it's a very well blended and harmonized fragrance. It's very, very amazing. Like I really, really love it as a lot. This is every time when I wear this, this gives me compliments, and it's also amazing for layering as well. It adds the perfect amount of sweetness to every other fragrance. By the way, this is supposed to be a dupe for Rosanna Mature number 5, which is a niche fragrance, and I think this is a very good dupe. So we have two more fragrances left, and the next one I'm going to talk about is Amethyst by Lattafa. And honestly, this scent is not really something I wear a lot. I have like my moments where I feel like I want to wear that scent, specifically this one, but I don't really gravitate too much towards it because I have other fragrances, and I feel like I'm at the point where I have so many fragrances and I already have like my top 10, top 15 fragrances I can wear a lot and very often. This one, in my opinion, is one of the best rose fragrances you can get that are inexpensive but still very long lasting. This is, I feel like, the most long lasting fragrance I've tried from Lattafa so far. If I'm not mistaken, maybe Oud for Glory is a little bit stronger, but this one is very long lasting. It is strong. You get a beautiful rose note in here. So like the main topic of this scent is roses. Think of like a rose bouquet and some fruity touches as well. You have the pink pepper in the opening as well. According to Fragrantica, there's oud in here. I don't really get any oud. So I do think this is beginner friendly if you're looking for an oud fragrance. And it's not like the typical rose oud kind of combination, which is very common in Middle Eastern and Oriental fragrances. This one has a very fruity twist, and I think it's perfect for this for the spring. So yes, this is actually it. more or less about that fragrance. As I said, very inexpensive. You can get this fragrance for definitely under 30 euro, and long lasting. Really, this is a beast mode fragrance. You don't have to overspray. 2 to 3 sprays are definitely enough. I mean, I'm an oversprayer. I definitely would do 7 to 8 sprays, so just I can fill up every room, because this is just how I am. Like that, I do think you do have to be careful in which environment you do this type of let's say, let's just say you have to be careful. Don't overdo it. And if you want to overspray, make sure you're in an environment where people enjoy strong and loud fragrances. So yes, and then the last one, I personally think is my favorite. I wouldn't say that this is like the best spring fragrance, because I tried this fragrance in the summer as well. I've been wearing it in the winter, and this is really a fragrance I can wear every day and I don't get annoyed by it. And this is Khaltaat Arabian, the Royal Blend, Balat. So, I mean, the bottle looks amazing, very luxurious, very opulent. It's a very heavy bottle. And I mean, in general, Lattafa really knows how to give an amazing presentation with an amazing scent. And yeah, so this fragrance, in my opinion, is very unique as well, because the interesting thing is everyone says they smell something different. What you definitely get is fruits. Some people say that they get coconut, some people say they get pineapple, other people say they get berries. To me, this is really like a fruity cocktail. I personally get like a pina colada kind of scent. So I get pineapple and I get coconut, maybe some berries, but really the coconut and the pineapple are the main focus. This is what I get mostly and in the opening. And then it gets more ambery and warmer. This is also very well blended. You get a very creamy sandalwood in here. So if you like sandalwood and fruity notes, you're going to love this fragrance a lot. And this is super inexpensive. I think I paid 15 or 16 euro, and this is like my second bottle. I'm definitely going to repurchase it again. I think this is appropriate for everything, like appropriate for date nights, for the working environment. If you don't know what to wear, you can wear this one. I think there is something so soothing and soft about that fragrance, and I really just enjoy it a lot. This isn't a beast mode fragrance, however, I think it does leave an amazing scent trail, and it's just not going to give you beast mode, but people will smell you, people will realize you, people will definitely give you compliments. This is one of my most complimented fragrances, and I just love it a lot. And this is definitely unisex. All of the fragrances I've been talking about are actually unisex, and in my opinion, perfectly in the middle. So yes, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, then please hit the like button, comment down below, tell me what you're going to wear this spring. I would really love to know that. And I hope to see you guys very soon for another review. Thank you.